Good morning, beloveds. It's Monday. And apparently it didn't save my draft, so I had to redo the title. Because normally I ask it to save the draft, and then I just change the relevant parts. Well, not today. So, all right. We are in Chapter 15, Physical Perfection Concluded. We will be in Chapter 15 for a while. And we are starting on 219 with the section, Do Not Try to Go Beyond Your Understanding. Since our spiritual understanding is not sufficient to enable us to mentally set bones, we call in a surgeon. Since we cannot walk on water, we take a boat. We can go only as far as our spiritual knowledge takes us. Principle is infinite, but we shall demonstrate its power only at the level of our concept of it. Every day we have the announcement from scientists that they have made new discoveries. Laws which have always existed, but which have not as yet been utilized. Do not let anyone discourage or belittle your efforts by asking, why don't you walk on water? Jesus said, do not be sidetracked by any of these futile suggestions, these mental obstructions which an unbeliever would seek to throw in your path. If we had the understanding which Jesus had, we would be able to walk on water. I am not at all confused by the fact that we do not do this today. Someday, one will come along who knows how to walk on or over water. We are probably on the verge of a great spiritual awakening. People are so tired of looking for things where they do not exist that they are going to more and more completely open their thought to the realization that spirit is an active presence. But if we spend our entire time trying to find out why it does not work, we shall never find out how and why it does work. Emphasis Ernest. Arguing is often a waste of time. Oh my God, do I agree with Ernest on that one. Somehow there must come to each individual an interior conviction that we are one with the universe and that the spirit flows through us at the level of our recognition and embodiment of it. For this is the way, the truth, and the life. People say, I can't take off my glasses. Then wear them. But begin to make the declaration that there is one perfect vision seeing through you. This is the truth. If this statement becomes a subjective realization, you will be healed. Will no longer need glasses. Here I am reading that, wearing reading glasses, right? Okay. And I was legally blind before I had my cataract surgery. And when I had my cataract surgery, they replaced my lenses. And there's a possibility that eventually I'm going to have a laser surgery where they'll kind of clean up my eyes. So I may not even need the reading glasses. The interesting thing is that I don't know what my vision was before I had the surgery, but my vision after I had the surgery is 20/25. I've worn glasses since I was in 3rd grade. You know, I was healed. Just not the way I was healed. I still need reading glasses, but that's okay. It's okay. I get to, get out there and go for a bike ride and not worry about my glasses fogging up. I was healed. Healing comes in a whole bunch of different ways, and we just have to not get caught up in the kind of healing we expect, right? All right. I just had to, treat until you don't need glasses anymore. I did. And I was healed. Just looked a little different than people expect when you say healing. All right. Back to the reading. If a plaster will relieve, use it. If a pill does any good, take it. But gradually try and lead the thought from where it is into the higher realms of consciousness, where the soul recognizes its own I amness. As you can see, Science of Mind is not anti-medication If a pill will relieve, take it. But continue to treat. Continue to treat. Suppose one is unable to convince themselves of the truth of the statement which they make. How are they going to bring themselves to a place of belief? By repeating their affirmation, dwelling on its meaning, meditating upon the spiritual significance of it until the subjective state of their thinking becomes clarified. This is the only reason for repeating treatments. For one treatment would heal if there were no subjective doubts. Repeated treatments induce within consciousness a definite concept of an already established truth, even though the fact may not as yet have become objectified. This is why mental healing is scientific. There is no room for doubt in a treatment. Realize that you treat with your understanding. By your own choice, you decide to give a treatment, but the treatment becomes operative through the law. Never say, I am not good enough to treat. In God, there is no good, better, or best. Do not allow yourself to become superstitious, for you are dealing with a normal, natural law in the mental and spiritual world. This law is just as real as any other known law. Never say, I am not sure that I have enough power to treat. You can never heal with this mental attitude, for that implies you think you are doing the healing. Rather say, as I let fall the forms of my thought, they are operated upon by principles in which I believe. This is the law of God, the law of people, and the law of the universe. Never say or think this disease is hard to heal, while that presented yesterday was easy. Oh, okay. You will, if you find yourself saying this, at once heal yourself. Such a belief comes from the thought that we are dealing with a limited power and that such a power knows degrees of discomfort. The truth is, there is but one power, and that power knows only perfection. Okay. There's a story that Jesse tells, and I believe he may even be the person, but if he's not, then it was a new practitioner, and the practitioner, this may even be one of his Peggy Bassett stories, where it was a newly minted practitioner who had just got their practitioner license, and one of the, elders who had been a practitioner for a very long time, whether it was a minister or not, it doesn't matter. Point being, they had been a practitioner for a very long time, and they were dealing with a situation, and it was a chronic situation. I'm talking like MS or something like that. Lou Gehrig's disease, something. And they came to this newly mentioned practitioner and said, hey, I want you to treat for me. And the new practitioner went, but I just got my license. And the person said to the newly mentioned practitioner, it's not you. I'm not worried about about you treating. It's what you're treating from, So it's like, you have the power within you because it's not your power. You have the power of God flowing through you. So that's the power that you're using. So it doesn't matter if you are a newly mentioned practitioner or if you've been a practitioner for 50 years. It's the same power. It does come down to belief. And a newly mentioned practitioner can have just as much belief as a 50-year veteran. Okay? So don't get weird about it. All right, let's see. I know I started a little late. Maybe one more section. Depend upon principle. Principle is the power that made everything. It is absolute. It will not and cannot be denied. The only thing that can deny God is yourself. Do not think of disease as an entity, but as an impersonal thought force. In healing, you are separating the false from the true. The work is definite and dynamic and is consciously done, always with a clear purpose in mind. If your own thought is clear and you are able to realize the presence of spirit in your patient, your work will be effective. Through the proper use of this great subjective law, you can impress a definite idea upon it, and if you yourself do not withdraw that idea or neutralize it by an opposite one, the law will bring it into manifestation. What we need then is to learn the law governing this principle. When you give a treatment, you are definitely setting a universal law in motion, which must not only accept what you say, but the way in which you say it. If your treatment is given with a sense of struggle, it will manifest in that way. If it is given with a sense of peace, then it will manifest in a peaceful manner. Remember that you need assume no personal responsibility for the recovery of your patient, but you do have a definite obligation, which is to give the treatment properly, clearly, fully, and conscientiously. When you have agreed to. Back of all appearance to the contrary, it is your business to mentally see the spiritual perfection of your patient. When you have an occasion to treat yourself, call your own name and proceed with the treatment as though you were treating someone else. Or you may say, I am thus and so. I'm not sure what he's talking about right there. What? Okay. Let's just read the last paragraph. Disease will be healed provided you get at its cause and remove it. And by getting at its cause, we mean getting at the mental cause. And provided the one for whom you are working is willing to surrender that cause. You cannot heal anyone of their trouble if it is the result of some mental attitude which they will not surrender. Okay? That's why he says don't take personal responsibility. Because you do your work and you do your work conscientiously, clearly, professionally. But if they are not ready to accept it, not ready to surrender that mental cause, it's not your fault. Okay? So it's not your responsibility and it's not your fault. Back to the reading. In this case, find out what the mental attitude is and remove it by showing the patient the right mental attitude. That's why we give homework. It is the practitioner's duty to uncover false ideas of life and replace them with the truth. If this can be done before disease destroys the physical body, a healing will always follow. All right. I made enough comments in that, but that's why we have the conversation. You know, I need to know if you have any doubts about the treatment. If you have any doubts about what is the mental cause? Yeah, it's your immune system freaking out or not doing its job. But, what's the underlying mental thing here? Jesse said our feelings are super important. All right. Yeah, I need to stop here. I was running a little behind and then, so we're going to start tomorrow on 222 on how habits are acquired and treated. And then from there, I think it's going to go into suggestions because there's treating pain, repeating treatments, headache, why people become fatigued, treating insanity. Oh, that's going to be a good one. So, that's where we're going. All right. Well, like I said, we're going to start on 222, how habits are acquired and treated. So, I hope you're enjoying the ride. I'm looking forward to the rest of this chapter. Like, how people become fatigued. I would like to know. Let's get there. Okay. Just a little housekeeping. I'm just going to remind you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I got the Sunday service up yesterday, and then there were two things that I thought were important enough that I pulled out. And so there are short videos too. And I realized that I didn't put them in the playlist that I wanted to on YouTube, so I'm going to move them. Anytime I pull those short videos out, I'm trying to put them in the playlist for questions for Jesse, and I didn't last night, so I got to go fix that. All right. I may leave them in the playlist they're in and then just add a playlist to them. All right. And so I said Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias. An easy way for you to support the center is to go and like and share and subscribe and follow and do all of that on the social media. Comment. That helps. It bumps us in the algorithms. So we appreciate that. And then if you want to know about the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That is a constant contact. It's one email a week unless something unusual happens. And the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information or the person that can help you get it. The other thing is the website, creativelife.org. All right. There's that. Yep. And now I'm going to encourage you, because it's Monday, so I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. Get this week started off right. Prepare for the rain day. We got some weather coming, so beware. Day. Drink plenty of water day. Summer is here. Do what you need to do day. Call a friend day. A hug a friend day. A cuddle your fur baby day. Do what you got to do day. Wrap this up because we got places to be day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or, as Reverend Jesse likes to say, you are a godling. I realized I hadn't said that you're a beloved child of God. I hadn't said that in a while. Because I like you are a beloved expression of the divine a little bit better. But, hey, you are a beloved child of God. All right. Wrapping up. Oh, yeah, I've got to wrap this up. I got to go change clothes and I can't go to work in my workout clothes. All right. Explore the truth of your being. That is what we are doing by reading the Science of Mind. We are learning stuff, right? All right. Take care. Oh, no. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.